What is up? What is up, guys? This is Mark with the Mic. It's another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Red Cycle Inc. I'm Mark with the Mic. I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What's up? What's up?
And we got Kid Nice here.
Oh yeah,
It's
they
Kid
be
Nice,
part of it.
right? Or the Mighty Nick? Which one?
It's only Nick 83, but I go by many names.
The man of many names. Okay. Yeah, this is our the Wrestling Babble podcast. We go live every Sunday around this time. Live on Twitch TV now. It will be on SoundCloud and YouTube later on this week. So we got a lot to talk about. So we have a couple news stories that just happened. One thing involving Austin Miles and the T-shirt they gave him was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know who cleared it,
Yeah.
but somebody definitely needs to be sat down and educated.
And pop out.
Cause what they did to this guy, and he's just like they tried to promote him too. Like it's messed up because he's a rising star.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
Yeah,
So-
and he's not staying quiet about it either. He kind of posted it up on Facebook, on Twitch, and everything, Twitter, and yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, it's so what we're talking about is his T-shirt design. It has a subtly racist caricature.
Yeah,
It's at first you don't think anything of it because it's actually kind of paying an homage to his character where he smiles a lot.
yeah,
But the imagery, unfortunately, is blackface because it's the big red lips
Oh
and
my!
the teeth on the black T-shirt. And so it
yeah.
basically makes up. I forget what they call that. Like it has a specific. It's not just blackface.
Yeah,
And so he is livid as he should be.
yeah,
Yeah,
And it's kind of messed up to see people try to defend it. They're like, you should be thankful, and it's just like,
yeah. I'm
really?
like, how you gonna be
That's-
thankful for this? Oh, thank you for the racist shirt.
Yeah,
yeah.
just
This is what kids that come to our shows gonna want to see.
No.
Is it drawing a helm like that?
Yeah,
it's messed up.
yeah,
And I don't know who to blame for that because that I was telling you, Merc, that
Yeah.
brings me back to the T-shirt design they gave Neville, which was garbage.
yeah,
And so I look at his uninspired T-shirt design. I look at the Jordan Miles T-shirt design. They both look like low effort.
yeah.
Like,
They did a bunch of like once NXT did that up and coming tournament. I think it was the last takeover, like the last big takeover they did. They did a shitload of shirts, not just like symbol like the logo shirts. They did one for almost every new guy there. So Grimes got one. This dude that got one. What's his name? He was on 205. What's his name? Shit. He was Killshot.
Oh, Killshot got one.
Yeah, he got one. He got a shirt. Most of them got a shirt. Like Angel Garza has got a shirt. Humberto Carrillo got a shirt and everything like that. And they all just had their logos on it. It was just a plain and their logo. I kind of, when I first saw the shirt, I was just kind of weirded out by it. I never took anything into mind when I actually really looked at it because I didn't really notice in that sense. But seeing that he posted it up and I saw what it was and I was like, God damn. And it was like, yo, if you could not even change the color of the shirt because it's just, the imagery just looks fucked up.
yeah, knowing what it is, it's like there's other ways if you put more effort into it that you can get across your point of the fact that he smiles. Why not just put his face on it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the whole thing. You could just easily take an image of Jordan Miles smiling
Yeah.
and just put that on the front of the shirt. That'd have been fine.
I think it would have been perfectly fine, and they wouldn't probably be in this situation that they are in.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that screams of laziness to me too. Just the
And
design
then-
is like it's
and don't keep accountability to it too, because how did that go through without someone saying, "Hey, that looks like this"?
Yeah.
I think it was just more like they probably didn't even notice. Like they,
I was telling Mark that looks like somebody who doesn't pay attention and just doesn't know history, because it screams of somebody who's obviously not black, obviously hasn't had to sit there and see the imagery at some point, just because it kind of like it doesn't really apply to people of today anyway.
Yeah.
Where are you going to see that? You have to seek that out.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
it's like
like a Dragon Ball Z.
I mean,
Anything from the 80s.
Yeah.
Mr. Popo.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, for anybody to be educated on that, you kind of have to seek that out nowadays. That's not even really.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but it's not even really public knowledge anymore because nobody talks about it.
No.
Yeah.
No one really talks about it, and which it's again it's something that again it could have been passed easily. Like you could have just like, hey, this don't look right, and then change it up. But it's more like they kind of like I don't think they were kind of clueless when they made it, and then let the guy get in trouble for it because that's kind of a fucked up image.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with a company that such as big as yours, and right now it's not a good time to be doing shit like this.
You got Hulk Hogan out there, and you got this shirt floating around.
Yeah,
not a good time. Don't do it.
Hulk Hogan gonna wear that shirt to Saudi Arabia.
Oh Lord, I wish he did.
Oh my God, what's wrong with the shirt, brother?
I wish he did.
This is my best friend, Austin Miles, brother.
I'm trying to put him over, brother.
Oh man, that's messed up, but yeah.
He's the best one I know.
Yeah. Speaking of bad things, WWE 2K20 came out.
Oh my God!
Oh man.
It's with the hips.
So, talking about things that could have been done better.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
So
The hype that they get it.
So me and Louis Beans, we had discussions about this game already, and we kind of had a fishy, something fishy going on, thing with it as well because there was no notification of what in the game was coming out until like beginning of September.
Yeah. You're supposed to do previews and stuff with anybody. At least somebody in the games industry was supposed to get a look at it.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it.
Oh, that was done for purpose. That was done on purpose. Somebody was like, "Nah, we can't let them see this."
Yeah. And there was a lot of news coming out about the what do you call them? The influencers.
Yeah.
The people that get early access, the people that go to the pre-release events.
Yeah.
They were saying they didn't get enough hands-on time at the events for the glitches to occur because you have to. Not a lot of this stuff doesn't just happen until you get into certain modes. Yeah. So if they set it up for you, they just, when you go to an event, it's usually set up so you don't break the game anyway because usually it's not finished. Yeah. And specific people, specifically like one really popular 2K, I forget his name, it's like a young black dude. And he was like, yeah, man, they didn't say anything about the glitch. They was like, here, it's not finished, and here you go. But they had everything set up for him, so he couldn't go wandering around in menus and blah blah blah.
Yeah, okay, so they already had the game like, all right, this is just
they have
start
things
and play.
queued up,
and
they give you the warning, yes, that is not finished. But they told them that 2 weeks before the game was supposed to come out.
Oh my.
So there was something really fishy with that because again, like usually in the past couple of years, 2K will announce probably E3. They'll show like the first like entrance or someone like or talk about the collector's edition or things like that around that time.
Okay.
And then around SummerSlam, that's when you get the full roster reveal. They usually have a special about the roster reveal.
Yep.
And you kind of had a half one. They threw it like together with I forgot the Smosh cast.
Oh, okay.
They did a half-ass one with them and Xavier Woods and everything like that, and they had like the roster revealed through there, but it wasn't that great. Like you could tell that some of the entrances weren't that they kind of edited it out because some of them were glitching in the entrances.
Ooh!
Jesus.
Wow! Wow!
And then also, like, some of the entrances are, like, you had to fix it in the game. Like, they didn't even do that. Like, Tommaso Ciampa still comes out to the DIY entrance. You had to actually edit to the current Tommaso Ciampa.
Okay, damn.
And shit like that. Like, there's a lot of things with this game. Like, I've been trying to play it. I've been trying to, like, at least somewhat enjoy it. Like, right now I'm actually playing through the showcase mode. I actually, filmed it live on Twitch when I first got it, and we did a 4-way U.S. Championship match, which Cedric Alexander won. against Buddy Murphy, AJ Styles, and Ricochet. Ricochet.
Okay.
And then we did a 3 tag women's tag team TLC match, just to see how bad the glitches get.
Oh my god.
Yo, there was a moment in that time, and actually the videos are up on the Twitch channel. If you watch it, you see for a good maybe 45 seconds of Kairi Sane just walking in a circle.
Oh my goodness!
Like she's between the ladder, she's between the turnbuckle, and she just walks in a circle. And everyone is down. Like you would think that she'll go for the ladder, but no, she just walks in a circle. Just walks in a circle.
See,
Yeah.
I feel bad because people pay hard-earned money for this,
Yeah.
and they were expecting something to not come out like. This is by far one of the most broken games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Period. Because this is up there with like Fallout 3 when it first came out, and that was really bad. Like it was straight up
This is
freezing.
getting compared to the Switch version of the WWE 2K18.
See, I have no experience with that. What was up with that one?
That one just was pretty much felt like a PS2 version.
Oh
It had
man.
crazy load times. It had a lot of glitches. The game didn't look right. It didn't feel right. Yeah, there was a lot of problems with that game. So it kind of, and this funny thing is, like I know the whole Ukes thing and them leaving in the middle of the creation of the game. What happened was they lost. They took all their shit too. They were like, no, these are ours. You got to make your own kind of shit.
Okay. Gotcha.
So whatever stuff they had was from the ports of the WWE games and not the actual last year's game. So I think it was Game Sharks or whatever it's called that did the ports, the Switch port and the PC port.
Yeah.
And they got the stuff from there.
Man,
So
that's nuts.
it's not a good game. Like I really don't like the changes. Their excuse to make changing the controller is to make it more accessible for new players. I do not like pressing 3 fucking buttons to do one finisher.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that I saw people just freak out when they saw that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Why is it too what? What?
So,
Yeah, so-
there's a part where you have to spear with Charlotte Flair, right? And you have to run and spear. You gotta press 4 buttons to do that. You gotta press run, the R2, and square and X all at the same time.
What?
Like that shit's ridiculous. Like it just doesn't play right. Like for the last 20 years, the bumper buttons was freaking reversal.
Yeah.
For the last 20 years, since SmackDown 1,
Yep.
the bumpers was reversal.
Wow.
This is the one game that they moved it to triangle.
Huh?
So that threw me all off when I first played the game. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how come I can't reverse? And then I noticed it was triangle.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude, you know what, though? Not for nothing, there's something. The triangle button is not bad as reversal. I think you have a faster timing with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a face button. I think you may feel, once you get used to it, I think you may feel it slightly better, just the fact that it's a face button.
Okay.
And you're more you learn to react better with the face buttons than the triggers. The triggers,
Yeah, that's true.
The face button, like you just tap. So
Yeah.
that's something I'll give. It's okay.
It's okay. Out of everything you just said, that's the only plus.
The sad thing is, like, I wanted this game because, again, I like the roster. I like WWE. Like, I'm a fan of WWE. I always pick up the game every year. I enjoyed playing them. But, like, even the last couple of years, I played them, but I didn't play them the way I used to play them. Like, I used to go really in. I used to make my own fucking universe mode and my own storylines, my own shows, and I used to do all that shit. I used to have fucking notebooks full of notes and everything, and I used to get really into it. And then now I'm just like, do I want to do the universe mode? Because that shit's long. Can I just load my old one? Because I already have storylines going on.
Yeah.
That would have been a good improvement if they would have somehow been able to link your old profile to the new one.
I felt the same way. I think that would have benefited the game and made it more easier to play.
Exactly. And they don't have to really concentrate on that. They can add more good stuff to more stories,
Yeah,
interactive with it.
yeah.
You know,
Mm-mm.
But that would have been a great thing if they again. There's a lot of things they had to improve on, and like this, I felt like this game was pretty much they kind of got fucked. They kind of got screwed in to really think about it. As in, Ukes was starting to develop, within halfway they left.
yeah,
So they were part of the beginning process, and then they left. And I don't know what's going on. I haven't read more into what's going on in the company, what's going on with 2K, Visual Concept. I know it's the second division of Visual Concept and not the one that's doing NBA 2K20. So it's a whole different branch. If it was probably the people that did 2K20, I think the game would look a lot more prettier.
yeah.
But yeah, it comes to a point that it's just like, really, this is what y'all do? And then it felt rushed. I felt like they could have delayed it. Maybe they could have delayed it probably to WrestleMania time, and I think that would have been a perfect way to release the game.
Yeah, and fix some of the problems and make it look cleaner.
Yeah,
Um,
like
I
that's
saw,
something you could easily did.
yeah, I saw some of the. I saw a video of I think the video mode or the creative mode.
Yeah,
It's like a PlayStation 2 type. The characters looked at PlayStation. The mouse wasn't moving correctly. I was like, "What is this? This is not the game."
yeah.
And someone said, "No, it's the game." And I was like, "What?" It's like, "What is this?"
Oh man. Uh,
I'm
so
just thankful for all the gifts,
yeah.
all the the glitch compilations. I had so much fun watching that.
So like that's something that I don't mind, and I'm still trying to play through it. Is the fact that the glitches can be funny
Hmm.
until your game crashes, and then that's fucking annoying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
That's just another one.
it's all good and fun until your shit crashes.
Exactly.
And then also they have things missing, like the Creator Championship is supposed to be part of a patch. The thing that you're supposed to get when you pre-ordered the fucking deluxe or the SmackDown edition, you're supposed to get the bump in the night. That shit is not released until Halloween. So I was like, really? Like you guys said that's part of the damn pre-order.
Mm.
So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that pretty much it's in up in the air. I think it comes out Tuesday. The bump in the night kind of shit. The crazy. That's one thing I will say that actually looks really good in this game is those crazy ass like arenas, like the castle and the crypt shit. It looks pretty cool. Like the backgrounds look sick, and they're like, I think they spent all their graphic card on that. They're like, oh, just make that look pretty, and then the rest could be okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll build it around it. Don't worry about it. We got this.
Yeah. I think honestly, if you are not a fan of the game, right now I don't think PS4 and Xbox are doing the refunds anymore. But in the beginning, when you did buy it digitally, they will refund you. They say you're not happy with the game. I think you have to do it within 7 days. So
Okay.
if you did buy it, not happy with it digitally, you can return it. I think GameStop does it too. Like you have like 10 days to play the game, and if you don't like it, you can return it now. Before you couldn't do that.
See,
I
that's
wonder. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to have an impact? Is this going to be result in change?
It has to.
Because they really don't. They really seem like they're working from a standpoint where they don't really care.
Yeah.
About changing anything. They just want to keep doing just do what they do. That's it.
I feel like that's a problem, and I think maybe it's time to change the license, because if 2K is not gonna have the passion to make your game, and they're just gonna recycle everything from the last year's game and just maybe shrink things up, then it's not worth it's not worth my investment into the game.
Yeah. It's the sad thing about it is there's been guys who watch WWE and stuff like that, fans to it, have bought every one of these fucking games. I know I have, but I know you have too, Jason.
Yeah.
It's almost tradition.
Yeah.
And it comes on here, and we get excited when a new one comes out, especially with the new women's division, the man stuff. China finally being added to something who don't look like China at all. And Then when you get it, you're disappointed. How many of those fans are now not gonna fucking buy this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, if this is gonna be a half-assed job, you shouldn't have did that roster. You're just trying to get money out of people. Should have did a new developer, a new type of system game.
But that again, that takes a lot of time, and also they were already in development while Ukes was there, and they got kind of cut out. So to do that, they would have had to just skip the year period. Like they couldn't do that within the time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, that couldn't really been done in that time frame. They kind of were late with the game. Like to announce and everything, they were pretty late. So for it to have done that huge overhaul, it needs like at least 2 years.
Have they taken the year off? No.
Never.
Wow.
They have not. There was no wrestling game that took years. Besides the oldest N64. Remember, you got those games within like 4 years apart from each other. 3 years apart from each other.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah. WrestleMania 2000, and then I think No Mercy came out 2002. 2000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How about that?
It came out a bit further up, so they weren't doing it yearly. I think once it went to the 360.
Well, shit, they didn't have to worry about that because I just remembered they had Ukes making the other games on the different systems anyway.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, I also remember there was, what was it, SmackDown existed. I don't know which number they were up to, but I just thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were attacking from all platforms.
Mm-hmm. And then that was the time when they had exclusives for each platform. Remember, Xbox had Monday Night Raw, which was terrible.
Oh yeah, but it had some of the best creative character I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Still. Still, but when they came out, they started moving. It was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. And then also, like, one thing that, like, the old AKI games and stuff like that is that they use almost the same model. They just had, like, different sizes and everything.
Okay. Gotcha.
And we didn't see nothing, like, fully, like, crazy graphics until, like, actually Def Jam. Def Jam was the kind of example that they could have easily did a WWE game.
Oh, they lost a license. That's the thing that happened. I heard about that.
Yeah.
That was the company that we used to know as Aki.
Yeah.
Now they're known as something called Sin Sophia.
Okay.
So they would have kept working on more games, but they lost the license after. What was the second one? It was the one before Icon, obviously, but I forget the name of it. Was it Fight for New York?
Fight for New York, yeah.
So after Fight for New York, that team lost the rights, and that's what ended up happening while we got Def Jam Icon, which was terrible.
Yes, it was.
I remember being so disappointed.
Yeah, me too.
The Def Jam one was really good, and then you got that one. It was like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my mistake. So, No Mercy in WWE 2K, WWE 2000 and No Mercy came out a year apart from each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know when the SmackDown games were a popular? Well, when they came out.
Yeah. I think I think that they came out a year apart from each other as well.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because you had SmackDown, then SmackDown to Know Your Role.
Yeah.
And then it went to the PS2 with Just Bring It.
Yeah, Just Bring It was the first one. I still remember the commercial for Just Bring It.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's crazy. So far what I played, it has a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems that I don't think is going to be issued in fixing just yet because there's a lot of things that has to be fixed, not just little things. There's a lot. They need to put the creative title. The creative title is not in the game. It's a thing that's been on there for years, and they took it out. They said it's going to be part of a patch, so you might get that down the road.
Wow.
There is no mention of the DLC that you get with the season pass yet, because usually that's something they also kind of like announce early, and then they never mention anything about it.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of like fishy shit going on. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up more into the story and what's going on with it. I actually know that this dude Dex, whatever his name is, he had an interview with the two creators.
Okay.
And he wasn't soft with them. Like he asked the hard questions with everything, and they all trying to make a excuse, and they're like, uh, "You guys got nothing."
Really? Damn.
You should have slapped them with a wet rag.
Yeah,
No,
like
just because I thought they would have some type of, they would be able to give insight early instead of people having to find out the dirt.
yeah, and the sad thing with that is again like 2K right now. Take Two Interactive and 2K, they they're not the greatest terms with a lot of fans now because a lot of issues with the Borderlands things, and then they had issues with the
Yeah.
they having issues with Rockstar right now, and there's a lot of things going on with a lot of things going on backstage with the 2K stuff. So, we'll see, and then hopefully they can fix this game next year because I am going to guarantee that you're going to have a lot of people drop off because of this year. So next year you're going to have to bring all your best into that game. If not, you're going to lose a lot of your video game stuff.
I'm very interested actually to see what the numbers are for this game.
Yeah.
Like I want to check it out, but I know you have to wait till the weekend is over and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
I think it still sold well. It's just,
Yeah, I think it did.
I think
That's
it
the thing.
sold well, but there's a lot of refunds to it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
very
can
interested
see
though.
that.
Yeah. I'm
I
sad
can see
about it though, because I wanted it at least to be a decent game.
Yeah.
See, what I was hoping was the day one patch would just fix everything, but I hear it's a more fundamental problem because it's not just the glitches, that the visual glitches.
Yeah.
It's a lot of other stuff that people are like, "Oh, this is missing. This is missing. This doesn't work right." So
Oh,
yeah,
I show you the whole list.
yeah. You send me the list. It's really long. It doesn't make sense. I had to scroll
Yeah.
like a lot. It
It-
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like there's a lot of problems with the game, and like I sent the thing to you just so you can see the fucking how much problems.
Oh
were
yeah,
with it.
it's a
What?
long list.
And it's
I
not
was
small
gonna-
problems. A lot of them are big ass problems.
Yes.
Why didn't they just push it back?
I've been saying that for a while. Like they could have pushed. They could have pushed it back to at least WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think that would have been preferable.
I think it would have sold better during WrestleMania.
Yeah. Because you've been waiting for it. You already built it so hard.
Mhm.
You could have did a little trailers here and there. You could have teased a little, but fix the real problems in it. You don't put out garbage.
Yeah, and then they have this weird thing with the characters that they all kind of like standing to the side.
Mm.
Oh.
And they all look fucking weird. Like Becky Lynch looked like she has a hat on with her hair.
Oh, have you seen the Eric Rowan glitch? When you try to put Eric Rowan's mask on Becky Lynch,
Yeah.
and it just makes her face like hollow out,
Yeah,
and then it's just the goat mask floating over her head.
and you just
It's
see her teeth.
yeah, she looks like those dudes from Fallout. Yeah, Fallout.
Yeah,
A ghoul. Yeah, it's rough, man.
they have issues with the fucking ropes. All the ropes, they glitch.
Ronda
up
Rousey.
too.
That clip of Ronda Rousey going crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is crazy. Fucking tornado.
Oh, the one with Lily Kay when she got sucked into the side of the ring. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did see that one.
And then she popped up on the apron. Oh,
So
This
yeah,
glorious
please fix WWE 2K20.
yeah.
We need
Yeah.
a fix because if not, you're gonna lose. That's gonna be a hit into what you guys want. They want with the WWE.
It was trending so much it made like national newspaper headlines. Like it's bad. In the
Yeah.
UK, it made like the BBC's like the radio show,
Yeah.
the news radio. Like it's bad.
Yeah, and you know what? There's no excuse for that. Like you guys know that this game is gonna be popular enough. Like, that's the thing, and I feel like companies know, like, oh, it's gonna sell no matter what. And you're gonna find out that people are gonna like talk with their pockets. I'm like, you know what? Last year sucks. I'm not gonna get this year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait for more people to like
Sadly,
speak up.
I'm looking at that right now. I'm just like, I'm like they really have to wow me with the next year game. If not, I'm not buying it.
Mm.
I did it with the 2K20, the NBA. I did it with Madden. Like I skipped Madden this year. Well, I got it for free, so I wound up getting it. But like the last 3 years, I skipped Madden. I didn't buy Madden. I usually buy it every year, and I just skipped it. Same thing with last year's 2K. I didn't even buy it.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. moving on. Moving
Mhm.
on. Crazy Week in Wrestling. Yeah, Raw. You had SmackDown. You had NWA Power. You have AEW Dynamite. You have NXT, which is still I think I don't even rank it at A plus. I ranked it at S.
Yeah, man,
It
that
got a
was
special ranking.
so
It did
such a
Devil May
cool
Cry.
moment. Such a cool moment. Yeah.
One thing I think I want to bring up first because that was probably the first time I've been wowed by a churn in a long time.
I agree. Definitely agree.
Fucking Finn Balor went
Yeah.
heel on
He's
Johnny
for
Gargano.
everyone.
Yo, that Pelly kick was beautiful,
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was.
and it
That
looked
was
like
one
he
of the
was about to
coolest things I've ever seen.
dance the way he did it because he moved his jacket and it looked like he was about to do it like a dance step.
I'm dancing with these niggas. Anyway, so,
And
You know
then
what he looks like?
who?
He looks like a Common Rider villain or a Common Rider main character
Yeah,
when they were human.
I
He
can
kind of
see
does.
that. I can see that. And then I really dug that heel turn. We might get the return of Prince Devitt because
He said something. Oh, he was like, it was an interview and they were like, the prince is back. I'm like, oh shit.
if he does that, that'll be fucking dope.
See?
I'm excited.
Th- See, they didn't make a big deal out of it, but this is what happens when he goes back to Japan.
Yeah,
Because like the week before this happened, he just had came back from, I guess, hanging out with whatchamacallit, because you can see the pictures
Tonga.
of him in Tonga. He probably was like, yo, slap those bitches.
Like, kick that dude in the head.
show them who you are.
Mhm. Just saying.
That was the first time I've been wowed by a churn in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that
I was
was.
extremely happy with that
He,
churn.
he needed something. Honestly, we all know that Prince Devin was always good as a heel. He just had he looked. You want him as a face, but you want him to be that cocky prick again.
Yeah,
It seemed like they gave him that vanilla. Like he's been vanilla this whole time, except when he's the demon.
yeah,
And then it's like they don't know what to do with him now. Like he was stuck in limbo.
yeah.
It was like, what are you gonna do? This guy's talented as hell. He's not on television. I mean, he got married and whatnot like that, but still, it was like he's not impressive with doing. He's not doing nothing. And then he just lost like a couple of matches previous to this. He's supposed
He
to make
got
him.
murdered. He died before he went off TV. They killed him.
Yeah,
I was like, what are y'all
He
doing?
broke his neck.
he got his neck broken. He got finish him.
Yeah. Blood from the ear and everything. He got murdered.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. People are like, okay, well, you can't have everybody get over. Well, get somebody over. Get somebody fucking over.
I like the change for Balor. I think it's a breath of fresh air for him, especially. I knew something that was up with him going back to NXT, which I like.
Yeah.
I was fine with him going back to NXT. Like,
Yeah.
there's a few guys that I wouldn't mind being back at NXT because I think it'll work better for them more than anything.
Yeah.
And Balor's one of them. So him being in the circle with Tommaso Ciampa and things like that, I was perfectly fine with him as what Balor was already. But
Yeah.
this, I'm very looking forward to what he's gonna do next.
I agree. And you know what? Is this the first time he's had that kind of persona in anything WWE?
Yes.
He was never here on WWE.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. Here we go.
And this would be the first time. He was an amazing heel in New Japan. Like when he
Yeah,
started the Bullet Club,
yeah,
he was
I've seen
brutal.
Yeah.
I've seen the stuff he's
Me.
done. And damn, he looked like he killed Johnny.
You know what? And you wanna know why I love the whole thing? He did the Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
say, yeah, I thought you were happy when you saw it.
I
know you were
fucking
happy
jumped in
when
the
you saw it.
air with that shit. And I'm
But he did it perfectly.
Yo,
Yeah.
I
Like
was
your
like,
man
wow.
looked like he was. Johnny's already short. He looked like he just made him a few inches shorter. Like,
I
damn.
love you, Johnny. Like I love you, Johnny, but you had that shit come.
Yeah. To one face. Anyway, so
Give it my sacrifice. I'll let you go. I'll let you go, Johnny.
Yeah.
Peacefully
It-
into the night.
yeah. But that's
That's
cool.
sweet.
Like I thought that was a really solid thing. Talking about NXT, NXT was an amazing show. Like it's been an amazing show. That's why it got my ranking of a S.
It had pretty much my favorite match of the week, and it wasn't even the main match. Like I like that Riddle Grimes match a lot.
That was really good. Very
Like,
brutal match too.
Yeah, yes, it was, dude. Like Grimes is not to be slept on. Like I knew once I remember who he was, I was like, oh, this dude's gonna be fire.
Yeah, that was a really good match. The Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley had an amazing match as well.
Oh my goodness! Once again, like you brought it up, like the women's division at NXT is just like the best thing going right now.
Yeah, best women's division period.
Yes.
They're stepping up hard.
Let's just like the Christmas of the work, man. They're so good. That NXT women's division is again one of those things that makes me not call them women
Yeah,
because they're just wrestlers.
yeah,
Because they wrestle like wrestlers. They don't wrestle like divas.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a problem with like a lot of other companies that they just let they have a
we
different
can talk
style.
about it. AEW's women division right now is trash.
Yeah,
And it's not just because of the women in it; it's because of how they wrestle, how they present themselves. Like they don't. If you they try to make you care about Britt Baker this week. Like they just, I get it.
they tried.
It's not new.
I didn't.
I get it. The show is new. It's this is the 4th weekend. I get it, right? But they should have been doing that from day one.
Yeah,
Yep.
They didn't do it on day one, introducing one person at a time
yeah,
with a nice produced package like that. And it's just like, bro, I can't care about them because they can't get me invested in a match for more than 5 minutes, dude. Like I try, and it's just they'll fuck up, or or in the case of Britt Baker, I love her to death, but like her style is literally diva style.
Yep.
Look at it. Look at how she does punch, like how she throws forearms, how she kicks people. It's just like it's diva style. It's not the same as somebody like and I'm not even gonna go to the top tier. I won't say Shayna Baszler. I'll go with somebody like Mia Yim. She's not on her level. They've been in the same federations. Don't forget they were both in Impact.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
Why
Britt
is
Baker,
one
I think
so much?
Britt Baker was worked better in Mae Young than she is doing in a.
You're right, but she also worked better as a character, which was what I was telling you.
Yeah.
When she was the hot mess, like she was a way better
Oh, that's
entertainer. That's not
her.
that's a different shit?
That's not her. That's
No, Zack Ryder just got to mention her. That is her.
No, that's Zack Ryder's girl, Chelsea. The hot mess is Chelsea.
Oh, you see, I get them
Chelsea
confused. My
Green,
bad.
yeah.
That's Adam Cole.
That's Adam Cole's girlfriend. Is Britt
Yeah,
Baker.
bro.
Yeah.
But didn't she have a character? Oh, it's a different character. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, the one you're talking about is Chelsea Green. That's the hot mess. That's Zack Ryder's girl.
Yeah. That's right. Because I forget because they were both in the same. Damn, son.
But yeah, let's
Again, it's just
NXT.
investing in it.
Yeah. NXT Women's Division is on fire. The Io Shirai and Candice LeRae run-in was actually dope for their match. That women's championship match, that women's championship title, pretty much their division of that title is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You have so many contenders within that, which is great.
And they're all.
Do you feel that they because there's so much talent in NXT for female division, should they have their separate thing?
Like a separate show?
Yeah.
No.
I think the women in general need a separate show, like in general, like and mix NXT in the main roster with it, and I think they deserve a separate show. They should bring back Evolution as well. Like they should have their own pay-per-view. I know they're doing a all women's live event.
I would prefer a pay-per-view, but I don't think they need their own show. I just think they need more matches to even out the card.
Yeah,
that would be all I would want. Because then again, it's like, why you got to separate them?
I kind of feel like they need their own kind of like 205 Live.
I would, like but man, you saw what happened to NXT. It got blown up. Yeah. I bet you the women's show would catch fire, right? And then it would end up a 2-hour thing, and it's like it would get bloated.
Yeah, I think a 1 hour women's show is needed. Like I think they have so much talent that could help build the characters of the other talent that don't really get shine the way they're supposed to. But one thing I loved also in NXT, Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox, they're gonna go for the women's tag team champions. Finally,
the Bionic Women. Yeah, that's what I call them because they're both completely knee braced up.
Yeah.
They're illegal weapons. They both use knees. Come on, stop it.
Rules that don't exist anymore.
But you got the women's tag team championships going to be defended this week on NXT, which I'm extremely excited about. This would be Asuka's first time back in NXT.
Oh,
I hope she stays.
yes, it is.
Well,
Comes
they're not
back
going to
for a
stay. She got drafted to Raw.
No, but I mean, I hope she stays like going there for back and forth to defend.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like, have the women's tag belts like
Yeah.
get defended there. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Something tells me they're gonna lose it first match. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
think they're gonna lose it.
I don't know.
I
think
see
the way things are shaky, man. I don't know.
the way they're building. They trying to build Asuka. I do not see her losing.
I don't know. I don't feel like they've been handling
Yeah,
Asuka for
no,
a while.
She gonna miss her face.
I hope so, but again, I don't feel like it's.
Is it
I
her
don't have the
doing
faith.
that or them in the back doing that? Because that might be her doing that as an interesting. Because they still don't get Oscar. They don't see them understanding what Oscar is, and then you got the other girl with her, the pirate, and I'm like, I don't see them. They barely show their interest when they come out, and it's like I don't think they get them.
Dude,
I'll
have you
put it
saw
to
the
you.
last time?
I'll put it
they
to you
came out?
this way: the thing is, they fell off once they lost Paige.
Yeah,
As in representation wise, like they've been able to at least have matches and show their talent,
yeah,
but they don't have a representative, and they haven't been. You know how like wrestlers get time to be shown
Yeah,
in non-combat situations, like they don't really give them anything.
I felt like I actually after that whole like Charlotte, Becky versus them, couple of Raws. I think 2 Raws ago.
Yes,
I thought they were gonna go more into Asuka fighting Becky,
I would have liked that.
and
It seems like Becky wants that,
yeah, and that's the only person that beat Becky within the
but
man run. That was the one that beat Becky.
it's been 2 weeks, and guess what? They just now remember that Kofi was the champion.
Yeah,
If you listen to SmackDown this Friday, this is the first SmackDown that they have started to talk about Kofi previously being champion
yeah,
and having some type of feelings about it. This entire time since he lost the belt, they ain't say shit.
yeah.
Because you know why? Because somebody noticed the social media feedback to the Kofi squeezing the pancakes thing.
yeah,
Literally, I'm telling you, I don't like how things are being run now. It seems like they're very reactionary
yeah,
instead of preemptively getting a feel for what the fans are into.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, who the hell is really into the Bobby Lashley, Lana Rusev
No one is
thing
That's
at
just-
all? And it's just like
It's weird.
it's okay, but like I'm trying to see what are they gauging as interest for what they have on to continue on the show.
Yeah.
It's like I don't understand. It's the entire product right now is like lopsided and it's just weird.
yeah.
This is the first time it's making me think of it like as a product, dude. Like this is just a lot of the shows, both shows this week just came off as having something weird, but Raw had way better matches.
Yeah. Still in NXT, Keith Lee, Strong, and Dijakovic was a fucking crazy ass match.
It was, I liked it, but that first match they had way better.
Yeah, it was a really fun match.
But it was a 3-way dance.
Yeah,
I liked
just
it.
Strong being in it. He got his ass kicked at the time.
But he was crafty, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was a good match. Breezango teaming with Swerve. That was actually a fun match as well.
Yes, that was
I
a
like
really good
Breezango
match.
anytime they come out. I like the fact that they're going with new gimmicks every time they come out.
Yeah, new job.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I think it was.
And they're
cool.
good at it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
So Monday Night Raw, pretty much we got a return of Drew McIntyre, and he pretty much went back to being a lackey.
Yeah,
God,
and it was.
Would they not let him be a lackey for Crunk? Can he stand on his own?
I think this is the time that they're gonna start really pushing him. I think the fact that he's on Raw, Heyman has him, so I think he knows what he wants to do with him.
I just don't feel like they represent his character right.
Yeah, let's see. But you know what? Let's see after this.
Flair
tag
was saying
match.
some real not Drew McIntyre stuff about Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
He's not a playboy. He's not a this or that. He's just a guy that kicks ass.
yeah,
Yeah. He's a hungry monster.
He's the Scottish psychopath. That's what they call him. That's what he calls himself. Like
Yeah.
he's not being represented right
what
now.
they could easily do, and what easily could be a way to get him away from the lackey kind of shit, is at the crown jewel, have him get tired of the fucking team and nail
Yeah.
somebody and fucking leave.
That
Yeah.
would be great.
That's
That'd
the
be great.
easiest way you could do and get him away from that lackey situation.
I agree.
Drew versus Ricochet was actually a really good match.
Yeah.
Really fun, crazy match. He killed him.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
But Ricochet fought back.
Yeah.
That little
I,
bad dude.
I wrote in my notes, Alex the Black kills local man. Then you have Rusev coming out looking like he's gonna sell me some coffee.
Oh man. Fuck Rusev.
All
Poor
right.
Rusev.
So they have the King's Court with Rusev this week. They're gonna have the King's Divorce Court next week.
Oh my god.
So everyone, like, this is something that I'm going to bring out. Like, I personally don't care for storylines like this, and even in the Attitude Era, I didn't really care for storylines like this. Even if they're funny, like the Val Venus and the Taka Michinoku one was kind of funny when they chopped off his dick and shit.
I remember that.
Yep.
But I understand that people like these storylines and they like. It is getting a lot of hashtags with this storyline and shit like that. So people are interested in the storyline because it's getting talked about a lot. I don't care for it. I really don't. I like Rusev. I think Rusev and Bobby Lashley could actually have a good match, but I just don't like the shenanigans of it. But anyone that's getting mad, like, oh, it's uncomfortable and things like that, Attitude Era used to do a lot worse. And if you cannot handle this little shit that they're doing, kind of PG-13 wise, then the Attitude Era you don't want back because you can't handle it.
Yeah. I just don't like bad. I don't like bad for my wrestlers.
No, I just don't like bad acting, and
Like this hasn't been a good feud because they haven't even wrestled yet. They haven't even touched.
like not even so. Like when you have a restaurant that looks just like one of your backstage rooms, that kind of throws me off with the storyline.
Yeah, it does.
And
Why
They
do we
didn't
have
even go through the. Remember the old bars?
Yeah.
Remember the Cesaro Sheamus bar fight? Like
Yeah.
at least they set up a bar somewhere.
Yeah,
They didn't go to the
Really
real
generic.
restaurant on this one. They're like, oh, nah, we ain't got the budget. Like, really?
yeah.
They go to a room?
Sin Cara versus Andrade was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
Sin Cara's back.
I like how they
Yes.
represented Sin Cara.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like they gave him a package and everything to make it feel impactful, not like he was just fighting a jabroni.
Yeah, this is something I give WWE credit to, and they do it with NXT and everything like that. Everyone kind of gets a package. If you haven't been seen on a long time on TV, they kind of give you a package of who you were before.
Yeah,
And
a
that's-
reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I will be honest though. I think people like Asuka need one of those
Yeah.
because she's kind of just a woman that doesn't speak English,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things that still like only fans of Asuka get to know because she's not represented well. That's all. In comparison to this package.
I also think that they should go more into her dominance as well, like what she did in NXT, and I don't think they mentioned that enough.
The commentators keep saying stuff, but they never show you.
No.
Yeah.
Or tell you who she beat either.
Mm-hmm.
She was the first
Because-
one to take down Nia Jax. She was the
Yes,
first one. Yeah, she beat Bailey. She beat most of the who's who in NXT.
But what's the last major memory of Asuka is her losing to Charlotte Flair.
But they don't highlight the win that she got off of Becky Lynch, which I don't
Nope.
understand. And she was the last person to beat Becky Lynch in the man one.
Clean, yeah.
Yeah.
Made her tap out.
But yeah, Humberto Carrillo versus Seth Rollins was actually a really good match as
Yes.
well. Nice
That
push
was
for
a very
Humberto.
good match. Very good match.
And then you had the Street Profits main eventing.
Oh, that was
Raw.
awesome. That was fun, man. Like I like their energy that they managed to translate over. I like that.
And their third guy was KO. Came in, Stone Cold stunned AJ Styles and fucking ran.
I hated that Stone Cold Stunner, by the way.
Huh?
I hated the way he did that.
He
I'm
was
like,
airborne though.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit for that.
AJ was in the knee position. That knee position is always weird to me when they hit that stunner in the knee position he's in.
Yeah.
I was like, he could have hurt himself right there.
Yeah.
AJ's a professional. He knows what he's doing.
I actually liked the main event. I thought the main event was a lot of fun.
That baby.
He got
Hashtag
wrapped
that
baby,
baby.
and the baby was laughing too, which is awesome.
Yeah, I
that
love
was like
it, man.
That was like
fun.
a moment that I know for a fact fact Vince made sure it was a close up of that.
Well, I like when you see it. The mother was like, she was a little reluctant to let the baby go,
Yeah,
but then once the baby started like smiling and laughing, like it was all good. I was like,
yeah.
oh damn, this shit worked out
That was a
perfect.
perfect moment. That was a perfect moment, and honestly, that little moment right there made them a household name with that.
Yep.
Is the fact that they're good for the family.
All right.
And then and Montez Ford was on the entire match. Like if you notice, he was just like animated for the crowd, but like doing his he was doing his little things that, you know, in NXT you're used to that stuff.
Yeah,
So at least they got to see more of who the Street Profits were.
yeah, and I'm glad they got that main event like style. Like we haven't seen like a tag team main event in a long time, so I was actually
You're
fine
right.
with that.
You're right.
It wasn't the Street Profits' first time on Raw, and they were the main event.
Well,
Yeah.
their first match on Raw. They were not the
Yeah.
first time on Raw, but first match, and that was great. That was a good spot for them. It showed how strong they could be. I could see them easily getting the tag titles eventually, but right now, just keep them in the momentum, keep them building that baby face, and they'll be good.
Yes.
Keep the party going.
AEW. I thought
Well,
it was a
you
solid
want
show.
to go to you want to go to
WCW
Power
liked-
first?
Huh?
You mean,
You want to go to Power first?
Oh, Power.
Or did
Okay. NWA Power. Another
It was actually
another
fun.
solid show.
Yes. Very fun.
A lot of good
Um,
promos.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I love the interactions between like a lot of the people there, because like those two guys, those what do they call those two guys that wear black with the little barbarian thing on their leg? How they attack the other,
what are they called? The Dawsons?
the Dawsons,
Yeah, the
yeah,
Dawsons.
like how they have like the rivalry, but they don't really care like about the title scene. They just want to cause mischief.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that they established that early.
yeah. Just cause mayhem. Get their
Yeah,
name.
exactly. And they had a pretty decent tag match this week, so I like that.
Yeah.
Man, it's just like the
remember
compactness
the-
of the show. It
Yeah.
never got to get stale.
Yep.
So you know how, like, they're not the best quality matches.
Yeah, the
They're
matches
good.
The matches
They're
are
not
not
the-
the greatest. Like
they're not
it's just
gonna
a
make-
straightforward match.
Yeah, it's nothing that makes me go, it's bad at all. There's nothing I find wrong, but it's
Yeah.
never too. It's not long enough to get to be like, you know, a barn burner, a
Yeah.
NXT style, where it's like, oh shit, that back and forth that you want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's never long enough to get boring, and I kind of appreciate that,
Yeah.
because nothing I hate than having to sit there and force myself to watch a match
Yeah.
to finish it for the especially for the podcast. Like I don't like that feeling.
You know, that's something that I think WWE should kind of pick up on is the time limit in matches.
Well,
Okay.
not just the WWE. We should also talk about the other one too.
No,
When it
no, I'm
comes
just
to
saying instead because I
20-minute
know
matches.
AEW actually does the time limited matches as well. Because if
Yeah.
you actually watch the Moxley and Pac match, it got stopped because of TV time.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that time limit, like having that time limit there, and as a thing, like NWA time limits are like 10-minute matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Match has 10-minute time limit and stuff like that. I'm fine with that because it actually puts the sport into the show.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like a sport.
I agree.
The matches are not the greatest. I honestly, you can see like, it's like wrestling 101 with a lot of the matches, like suplex, body slam, for
Very,
back
but-
bump kind of thing.
Very recognizable. I guess you want to say old school sensibility of, you can tell face, you can tell heel
Yeah,
immediately. You get the promos to help you know. It's like you get to know the wrestlers though.
Yep.
I know who's wrestling more than I hate to say it. If you start from day one,
yeah,
go back like 3 weeks, I know more of the people in Power than I do in AEW or WWE, that the people that aren't the mainstream stars.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, again, there's people who are on TV on both shows, AEW and WWE, that if you're a first time viewer, or if you didn't watch NXT,
Yeah.
there's still a lot of people you don't know who the fuck they are.
No, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
And it's just like, Power has already introduced me, and it's still introducing me to new people every week.
Yeah.
But
And-
they're introducing me to them, and it's like, oh, I know who you are now.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen you before in my life, but I know who you are now.
And I think they're doing a good job of keeping of making you remember them too. Like the next time you see them, like, oh, I remember that promo he did.
Yeah.
The only thing is,
and then you got Jim Cornette actually telling you who they are.
Yeah, I like. This is the only times I like Jim Cornette. I really don't like him as a person in general. Like,
What?
I think he could be really fucking annoying. But as a wrestling historian and as an announcer, I like him a lot.
Not as a manager.
Well, if he's a part of a character and stuff like that, I think he's fine. But as in like kind of being like Dave Meltzer and shit like that, when he has critiques and shit, I don't like them. I don't like him in that sense. I don't like Dave Meltzer. I don't like Brian Alvarez. I think they're all full of shit.
Who's Brian Alvarez?
Alvarez.
He's another like what are those guys? What are they called? Where
he's
they have like a website and they have like opinions about stuff, but they have information.
Yeah, he's like the wrestling insider kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't like I don't like Dave Meltzer. I don't like him. I like Dave Meltzer. I like him as a historian when he talks about when he talks about Bruce Brody. Brody. I fucking will listen because he has a lot of facts, a lot of history. But when he talks about a WWE match, I have no interest in what he has to say.
I will say this. I do like Jim Cornette when he starts talking about it because he's not. See, most people forget he's not fully critical about it. He'll explain what it is that he's critical about, but then he'll give you the good side. It's just that no one ever hears him say the good side because they too like stuck on the bad shit.
Yeah.
Not the good shit. Like he like Leo Rush.
Yeah.
And he said, I can make $1 million with Leo Rush if he didn't want to wrestle.
Yeah.
And no one got that part. Oh, he thinks he's a bad wrestler. He's too short. Like, no. He's saying that he has the gift of gab on that mic. And if you put him with anybody, he could probably make money out of it.
Yeah.
But that's not what they heard.
Yeah. No, he kind of said the same thing with the. I think I was listening to one of. I can't listen to his podcast. He gets too political, and I tend to. That's another thing but when he was talking, he was critiquing the Young Bucks versus the Private Party.
Yeah,
and he said some really cool things. He said some very positive things about it, but there was a lot of things he hated, and he does not like the Young Bucks whatsoever.
Oh yeah, I don't like them either. But that's because I've seen them bury people.
Yeah,
and I don't know. And this is the thing about it. I don't think they mean to do it. Yeah, I just think they really wanted to put everything in the match.
Yeah,
but it was like you didn't really build nobody neither.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can see
that's why I think is always lost in their matches. That okay, who you're putting over?
I don't want to get right into that just yet because we're getting to AEW, but we're talking about AEW Power. So,
let's talk about Power.
Then we had where was it? Tony, was it something Storm?
Tim Storm.
Tim Storm tag teaming with Eli Drake.
Mm-hmm. That was actually a pretty good tag match. That's not for nothing. I like that, but I like Eli Drake.
Yeah, I actually don't mind Tim Storm. He's just really old. He looked
and he looked it in that match. He didn't look it so much in the World Championship because it was slow pace.
Yeah.
But in that match, he looked it old.
I'll be honest with you. I think they kind of used that into the way they wrapped it up because the way they got it was like he got schoolboyed up, and you could just see he was just like It was like the way he reacted, the way the match ended. I think they maybe trying to use that. It's like, he's old. He's the old man. He's the old timer.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't want to give it up, but people don't want him to give it up. I like the way they did it too.
No, they did a good storyline with him and kind of like coming back. Oh, I'm back for this.
And then I like how the first interview they wanted to have after he lost is the thing when he just walked off.
Yeah.
So
I think he kind of had like a Superman vibe to him.
Yeah, he's the old Superman. Yeah.
He looks like yeah.
That's true.
I kind of like that. Like he's that old hero and shit like that. Like I'll do one more with you, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's true though. It's true.
He sounds like a 50s character to me. I don't know why.
Yeah. But he sounds real. He reminds me of Arn Anderson when he talks.
Yeah, he has that passion. He sounds like when he wrestles, he talks, he has passion, and I don't mind that. I always give you credit when you have that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember they looking at the
Again, my criticism of this show though was the women's match was just two people because they literally were just two people. I know I recognize Marty Bell from what was she in Mae Young or something
She was
like
in
that.
Mae Young, and I actually met her at Evolve.
Shit. Was she a part of that federation?
She's in the women's one, yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Okay, she was part of, I believe, TNA. I think she was part of the tournament.
Dollhouse.
Yeah.
She was part of the Dollhouse group.
Yes.
With Mia Yim and Rebel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah, Rebel.
But that didn't, you know,
it wasn't a good match.
It wasn't the best match. And again, my problem with them and any women's division, like I got a good sense for the champ.
Yeah.
The week the last week when she was there, because she got to do a really good promo and she displayed some of her character.
Yeah.
These are just two people they were just in the ring.
Like, hi.
And then they didn't get the after, the speak and whatnot and break everything down with them after the fact on the same level. So it was kind of like, that's a little bit of the thing I don't like.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, who are you? Why should I care? Who?
Yeah.
You know?
I also think that, like, I bet you next time she watches, they're gonna do the interview.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I'm just bringing it up. It's just like I can't sit here and praise them for it, and then when they don't do it, not call them out on it too.
Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, but it again didn't overstay its welcome, which is what I like about the show.
Yeah,
it's just like mad wrestling.
You like the fake commercials in between?
Oh, I love those.
Oh, the fake commercials, the bald.
I love those. That lady, yo.
That one
hair is invisible.
Yo, I mean, I saw that one. I fucking had to hit you up. Like, my hair is invisible. Or is it?
What?
It's not shaven. It's invisible.
Oh, that's so good. I love that.
That was actually really funny.
I was like, and they'll throw in the free voice visible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was pretty funny.
Yes.
All right, let's move on.
I want your voice to be invisible.
Yeah, it was funny. Let's move on. AEW Dynamite. Had like three tag matches.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that.
Once the first tag match, I was kind of burnt out after with the other two tag matches. I try to get into them, I just can't. If you don't give me story or continuity in a match, I get thrown off, and I'll easily just change it. I'm like, I'm tired of it.
That's the one thing I will say about AEW. I get that you want to put these matches on, space them out, and give me some type of conflict.
Yeah, and I think the only thing you have going right now with conflict is Pac and Omega and Jericho.
Yeah,
it's definitely Jericho.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of the show for me.
So,
God damn.
My issue with that is, like, why did he have to buy a ticket?
Because he's an asshole.
No, but why did he have to buy a ticket, though?
If he didn't. That's the whole thing. It's the same thing with, like
did he get kicked out? Did he get kicked out so he couldn't be in the arena? Then that's why he bought a ticket? Or he just bought a ticket just to buy a ticket?
I think he bought I would, if you asking me, I think he bought a ticket just to be an asshole.
I don't. Once again, see, that's the
because he was an asshole.
Yeah. I want to point out that's the hole in the whole thing. Yeah, that's the hole.
Yeah.
Why did that have to happen?
Yeah, like there was no reason for him to have to buy a ticket. He could have just have the press box and take it. Like if he was just in the show, he's supposed to be the champion. He's supposed to get anything he wants. So I that was my thing is like, why did he have to buy a ticket? Like,
but I think in universe he's supposed to not have power or something like that.
Well, he's the champion. He has power.
No, not that. I just mean like, aren't you supposed to like reserve those?
I don't think you do, especially if you work for the company.
Exactly.
No, but isn't it somebody else? Like, okay, this is what I mean. If you are gonna take the box, right?
Yeah.
And not make it a part of the show, wouldn't the box be taken because you didn't reserve the box like days before the show happened? Because I think they're supposed to make it a spontaneous event.
Yeah.
As in, it's not planned out. You know what I mean? Like it's a part of the story. It's not planned out. He's not supposed to be because he's not scheduled to wrestle. So I assume he just showed up on his own volition.
But again, they still don't explain why he had to buy a ticket.
I don't think he did.
He did buy a ticket. He showed that.
No.
He
I don't mean had to.
Yeah.
He never had to buy a ticket. I think he literally just did it to be an asshole. Is what I'm saying. Because you saw the pictures of him with the ticket and his glasses.
Yeah, but I still don't like it because it just there was no reason for him to buy tickets.
I get you.
Yeah. Like,
but I'm saying like the reasoning I think is just what he did was just I'm an asshole. I'm gonna buy a ticket, so I'm gonna parade around like I'm special.
Yeah.
Because I bought a ticket. Oh, you can't talk shit because once you, it's always some shit like that. It's like when Austin did it. It's like when Moxley did it when he was Ambrose. It's always.
But the reason
you can't
why
throw
he
me
had
out because I bought a ticket.
No, but he had a reason. They got kicked out the arena, so he bought a ticket to come back in. There was no reason for Jericho to buy a ticket.
Sure enough. I still think he just did it to be an asshole.
You're trying to. I understand what Mike's trying to. He's trying to give a story that there was no story there.
Yeah. No. My whole thing is like, if you mean in universe, as in the real world, he didn't have to buy it, but he literally just bought one to literally be an asshole.
I think
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying as in story wise.
I think
I'm saying the character Chris Jericho bought a ticket, knowing damn well that he works. Him and the three other guys with him work there, and they can just walk around and do what they want. But he literally just produced a ticket to be an asshole.
I think they could have did that better.
Yeah. Okay, I could agree with that.
Yeah, just like say for instance, they could have just had people they hired to fucking reserve 4 seats for them and had like all their food and shit within that area. And then they come out with their music and then go sit down and watch it. Kind of like you remember in Lucha Underground when fucking Mio Mietes used to just sit down and watch the fucking matches.
I know what you mean. True that.
Or even go back to the NWO where Kevin Nash and Scott Hall did the same thing.
It was Mio Mietes.
Yeah, I see that.
Mio Mietes was like Mortal Kombat. That was better.
Then
true enough.
Yeah. But at the same time, Kevin and Scott Hall wasn't supposed to be there.
And they had tickets. They bought tickets.
They had tickets.
Yeah. And they bought tickets. Yeah. True enough.
That's the little thing that kind of got me off of it. That story.
I get that.
You had Lucha Bros versus Private Party. It was a fun, crazy ass match. But again, I want more substance in my matches. I think these guys are fucking great against each other. I think they have good chemistry with each other. So I actually like this match better than the Young Buck one.
I like this match, but I actually like the SCU match a lot.
But I like Pentagon. I'm very biased with Pentagon. Pentagon is one of my favorites. So, and I like when he breaks people's arms.
Yeah, I do that. He got his shit broke.
I kind of need them to. There's a few things with AEW that needs to kind of come clear. Some guys you kind of have it with it, some guys you don't. I don't like when I think everyone's trying to beat each other with a pop instead of actually building a story in a match.
That's becoming increasingly common too.
Yeah. And that's my little issue. Like I like the story in my match. I like a reason why. I like a hot tag. I like loud things, especially with tag team. And I love tag team wrestling, so I want those hot tag moments. And I think that was my problem with the Private Party one.
I was gonna say, I think the reason I liked out of the 3 tag matches the SCU match the most is because it had more of that old school feel. Like they literally had a hot tag moment. They had because whatchamacallit, Scorpio Sky was getting shit kicked in. Yeah. And then they had the Frankie Kazarian come in, clean house.
Yeah.
And actually that match didn't have all the what we would have later with the Bucks.
Yeah.
But even they didn't have I noticed this match they didn't have falls, but it was still just everything in the kitchen sink type of deal. Yeah. But that Kazarian match was a more grounded match, and I liked it a lot more.
Yeah,
it's all the story inside the match
because it specifically was a storyline match too. Yeah. That's the other thing about it.
And I don't understand. Okay, there's another one. The tag team, the Dark Order.
I don't like them. Oh my!
Why don't
I just like the big dude? I don't really care that much one way or the other. Yeah. I just like the dude with the mask
on.
Why
don't they use their minions to help them win matches?
Yeah, I don't even understand that, but. Why are they so clean?
Yeah.
Why are they so clean?
Yeah.
Why are they heels? But they're so, or are they evil?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Are they just weirdos?
Yeah.
Once again, that's bad. That's bad. Letting them do whatever. Establish a fucking heel.
Yeah. They don't
I
have.
just don't even think they even know. I don't think they whoever's running the ideas is just like, do we want these guys to be heels? Because they were, you remember they were initially introduced as like,
Yeah.
oh man, watch out.
Yeah.
The lights
Yeah.
went out. The Dark Order showed up. Ain't none of that been happening.
And you know what's funny is the fact that I think that's affecting the announcers also. The fact that the matches are moving so fast and shit. It's just that it doesn't get the time it needs to really tell a story. You don't get the time to, when the guy's down, to get him to cheer him back up. They're just cheering for a flip or some shit.
Yeah. See, like I said, that's becoming a more an increasingly
and
more
it's
present thing.
Yeah.
And it's
So I
annoying
noticed
because you got a Jim Ross who's trying to call the match.
And he lost his step too.
He can't even establish who's who in this story. It's like, yeah, I know who they are, but I don't know who's the bad guy here. Who's supposed to be getting heat? Who I'm supposed to cheer for? Who I'm supposed to get the people who's watching this show to cheer for?
And the thing, but the thing is, the way they work is like everyone gets cheered.
But I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like
Because
that.
even Jericho, he gets cheered until he says something bad about the state, and then that's when they boo him.
Yeah,
but then they cheer him
but that's something you
later.
can't change that.
Yeah,
nobody can change that because that's the reality of the world we live in now. Is that even the bad guys get cheered?
Yeah.
Because I even noticed that on SmackDown with Baron Corbin, that dude got a huge fucking ovation.
Oh yeah, because
when they were saying his name. Was he in his hometown?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
That was the only reason why he got cheered.
Oh, I'm about to say, because like, damn, yo,
he's the only guy that gets
that
booed.
stood out.
Yeah.
He's the only guy right now in WWE that gets booed.
And he does a good job doing it.
Yeah, and he should. That's called a heel.
Yeah.
Get mad when he does.
Yeah. All right. Omega Janela was a fun match. I think they're
that was actually pretty fun.
I thought the AEW Dark match was better.
I just like from what I saw. It was like they made him they made him wrestle.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a car wreck. And I was like, oh man, but he does have that Foley he has Foley isms.
Yeah.
But he can actually do moves crisply.
Pretty good.
And it's like, oh, you forget this guy actually knows how to wrestle.
Yeah.
It's just that he's so entrenched in just, killing himself.
Yeah. I don't like.
There's a documentary called "Please Don't Die, Joe Janela." You should watch it.
I'm gonna check that out. Kenny Omega upsets me. He upsets me.
Yeah.
The way he points, his facial expressions. He overdoes everything. He's a great athlete. He is top notch. He looks great. He can't talk for shit. But it's like, I don't get you, guy. I don't get you. You call him the best in the world, but meanwhile, Jericho's with the championship. I'm like, I don't get you. I just don't get you. Like, you don't seem angry ever. And when you do, you look he either looks comatose or he looks enraged.
He looks like an anime. That's when he's angry. He looks like an angry anime.
That's his thing. Is like he doesn't really translate because he's almost like he has almost turned himself into a Japanese wrestler.
Yeah.
In a world that doesn't understand like their isms. Yeah. So he doesn't translate over.
No.
I get Ibushi. He's got more than two expressions to me. When Ibushi tries to do stuff, I was like, out of the two of them, I understand Ibushi more than I understand Kenny.
Yeah.
I'll put it this, but he's more all over the place, as in he's way more flamboyant than him because of the way he throws things, like throws his limbs around, the way he, like the flair that you said he has, where he does his moves and stuff. He just, it is just different. It really is just different. And I noticed that too. Is like it doesn't translate as well over here.
No,
but it works on the independent scene where the status quo is the thing that a lot of people don't like about the Bucks is throw everything in but the kitchen sink, except his version lately since like what was it, Okada? Yeah, Okada 2.
Yeah.
was V Trigger all day, every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has like a Affinity.
Before that, before
That's
that, he was doing a more diverse moveset.
Yeah.
He wasn't relying on that because he wasn't getting the what's the name of the announcer over there? The one that goes V Trigger. He wasn't
Yeah.
getting like that
yeah.
delivery for his moves and stuff. He wasn't. That wasn't a moment. That wasn't a Kenny Omega thing.
Yeah.
And then it became a thing. Now it's his thing.
V
50 V triggers.
And I want to tell you another thing about that V trigger. Is he downplaying that move? Because if he ain't knocking nobody out, then why
Well,
he's doing it?
It ended the match this week, so it was all right.
Yeah.
This match was an exception for a lot of the things that he did because it wasn't 50 V triggers. It wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It just wasn't.
Trigger and then falling in.
And Janela sold it like he died, and that was literally the end of the match.
That was a good one. Like that was one of the better ones he does. Like I actually, to be honest with you, I think Buddy Murphy does a better V trigger than.
Yeah, he gets
on
up
the
there.
regular, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cleaner.
But he doesn't do 17 during a match,
No.
which is always welcome.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But I thought the match was decent. I think again, check out the AEW Dark Janela and Omega match. It was a 9-section match, so the win didn't count.
Yeah, they made sure to let you know that this week.
They made sure to tell you these wins don't. This doesn't matter. We're just doing something. At the end of the match.
I liked the end of the show, Pox and Moxley. I thought it was a good thing. I didn't like. I understand the time limit and the TV time and shit like that. So I'm actually fine that they actually explained that. Other than that, it was a fun match.
The match though.
Yeah.
Yo, Pac is OD.
Yeah.
He really is.
I miss him in WWE actually. Like I always loved Neville. So. And he has. Such a great
Neville,
heel character.
but you know what? I realized I'd rather him not be there because his greatest foil was Enzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not remember that. Let's not remember that, folks.
No, it's not like it was a bad thing, but like it was the worst thing in the world. But when he was at his best, he really was going against Enzo.
Yeah,
he was.
Because that's all he was talking shit about. Like this, he was basically saying he was disgusted with the division that he was in.
Yeah.
Because Enzo was in the division.
Yeah.
So you got that real nasty side of him, and he had a point to make, and it's just like that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
But yeah, I thought the match was really good. They had a good bout, and then
and the women's match was poo poo again.
Match was poo poo.
It was a bad showcase because that young girl that was the opponent for Britt Baker.
Yeah.
She was good. She was crisp, and when she was doing things though, you could see Britt wasn't keeping up, and it was oh, yo, you were dragging her down. And commentary was literally saying, oh, this girl, she's got promise. Oh, the young girl, whoever she was, like, oh, she's impressing me. Everybody was saying she was good. She was good. I was coming away from it saying she was good, but yeah, that match she got hamstrung.
Yeah. And another brawl.
Oh, I was talking about outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, no bueno.
Another brawl with Jericho and Cody. I like.
Oh, you mean that brawl?
I
that was funny.
Setup. I liked the setup and everything, but yeah, this is the third show that you put a brawl.
Like I could let you have that, but for my opinion, I loved it. That shit was hilarious.
It worked with
no. I'm just saying it didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
It just nothing brought me back to last week or anything. That shit was hilarious. Fucking Cody punching the thing.
Yeah.
Jericho getting, I guess, plexiglass in his face because you see it.
Yeah.
Fucking terrible. Fucking MJF busting his ass during the brawl. Like, don't think I didn't see that shit. He went down. He was slipping and sliding in his whatever shoes, call him Gucci or whatever. Him fucking ragdolling Sammy Guevara, that shit was hilarious. He almost don't destroy the different dots. Just like that shit there was so many little moments during that. That was the highlight of the show for me. It was hilarious.
All right, and SmackDown kicked over Hogan and Flair, pretty much.
Two dinosaurs going. I mean, I love Nate, but he started rambling.
Yeah, someone needs to put a ring on.
He lost me.
Yeah,
he lost me.
Because
you know you ain't one of the real ones, and I'm like, wow, what? Just where you going?
No, I want to point out
with the brother, and it's just like, all right, dude.
I want to point out the first time they did this, I think it was on Raw. They got the biggest pop, but I want to sit there. I'm like, well, is anyone going to rein in Flair? Because he isn't as crisp as he used to be. He said it.
Yeah.
He's on the mic. He's not that good. He's losing stuff.
Yeah.
He lose train of thought and stuff like that. So it's like you're seeing it, and it's sad to see. And then Hogan, he got nothing to contribute ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother.
He's like throwing a wet sock in a room.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Shorty G with a Space Jam outfit.
Yo, okay, Nick, can you tell him what you was telling me about the guy that you think it might be?
I think it's
referencing?
inspired.
Yeah.
There's a video that's been going viral of this guy who's in a band, all black band, and his name is Justin.
Okay.
And he wears almost the exact same outfit. And he leads a band, and there's a commentator over there that says, "Go just to get him." And he basically tells him what he over the video. He's like hyping the guy up,
Okay.
and he's smooth and he's dancing, but he's the smallest guy. He looks just like Cable.
Shorty G.
Yeah, Shorty G. He looks just like him. He dances. He points out stuff, but he's wearing almost the exact same
outfit. That's what he told me. Like he's wearing almost the same outfit, and I kind of get it. I was like, oh, you're just somebody probably showed Vince that video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or somebody who's in charge saw that video, or Gable saw it, and it's a joke for himself. Because something needs to make him laugh. Because there was actually I forget which publication, but I saw the resulting quotes from Gable. Oh, it was Sports Illustrated. they straight up just questioned him about things.
Yeah.
And he mentioned in an interview with Sports Illustrated that he pitches a lot of stuff to Vince, and Shorty G was the one thing that Vince took.
Oh.
So what we're seeing now is what Vince allowed Gable to do.
Okay.
That's where we're at. And when I read that, and I was talking with Nick earlier,
Yeah.
I said Vince needs to go. He needs to go out to pasture. This is what you have, one of the most talented wrestlers. Period. That dude is gold. He's an Olympian.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this to him? And not even letting him like really get over on his own merits. Like I remember Kurt Angle went through a period of comedy stuff.
Yeah.
But that wasn't his main like.
No.
When you saw Kurt Angle, he didn't just have a bunch of goofy stuff on him in the ring 100%. Now Shorty G is just a character. He's a character.
Yeah.
They didn't take Kurt Angle, turn him into Milkman.
Yeah.
The milk thing was the thing that he did and made funny.
Yeah.
But his name wasn't Milkman Angle.
This is when you have overproducing and the writers are just not there.
They're scrambling for stuff. This is cute. Let's do this.
It's dumb.
Right.
It's dumb, and I think Gable's too good to be.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just keep him in 205?
Why?
Yes, that was some of the.
Why y'all just didn't keep him in 205? Yo, him and Geller has a match of a year fucking match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking clean.
I
That
agree.
was fucking good.
So
I agree.
why
That
didn't
first
you just
one
keep
was
him
fire.
in the 205? Let Adam Pierce fucking deal with him and not have your stupid Shorty G bullshit. I'm mad about that.
You could put him in NXT.
He also mentioned
Well,
in the
would've been
article that.
now 205 and NXT are together, so either way he would have been.
Yeah,
That's true. But he also mentioned that Gable mentioned that Jason Jordan was like, that was like the beginning of like him being lost, because he said that was his best friend, and once he got hurt, that was it. That was it.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, that's sad.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Shorty G.
Couple of the good things of SmackDown was I like the New Day versus Bobby and Zig. They kind of going off of Kofi being in the slump.
The first mention of Kofi being in any way, shape, or form bothered by losing the championship was this week.
Well, they kind of did it last week as well, because
They didn't actually go into detail about anything.
No, they kind of just asked him like it was the Heavy Machinery asked him like how to feel losing the title and things like that, and he was just like angry, positive. That's when he was squeezing the pancakes and shit.
But my problem with that is that seems like Kofi was doing it on his own.
Yeah, probably.
And because of the fans picking up on that,
yeah,
I
They
feel
wanted
like
more
it's
detail.
reactionary. The WWE mentioning it on commentary is reactionary.
yeah,
It's not planned.
Yeah, it
As in,
was.
this wasn't a part of the idea. They didn't give a shit about Kofi. They just gonna let that shit slide.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes the commentators don't do their job to catch things up. I think they're too much into the gimmicks and like selling shit that they lose. Sometimes they lose track of selling a story and selling the character story and what he's been doing. Like, why is he slumping? Oh, he lost the last couple matches. He should have been in a slump once he lost the title. Some little things like that.
I want to point out. I think that's because micromanaging. They don't tell them to say that shit.
Yeah,
I think they're more focused on main event, getting gimmicks over, tell the story that they want to push out first.
Yeah.
And going back, well, who cares about that? I feel like that's the way they feel about it until people actually say something about it.
I think they did Kofi wrong. I still say Kofi should have had more of a thing.
I'm fine with it. It was unbelievable. Yeah. I was like, you should have disqualified him.
Yeah.
But here's my thing with that whole Brock Lesnar thing was that he could have lost, but they just did him dirty.
Yeah,
they just did what I'm saying.
5 seconds. This is what kills me about the shit. Kofi Kingston has beat Samoa Joe, has beat Randy Orton twice, has his list of people main event.
Daniel Bryan.
Yes. And I'm like, okay, we did that and then squashed him in 5 seconds to Brock, who just lost a match against a guy Kofi's size.
Yeah.
Twice. Remember, Seth Rollins he won the belt, but he did beat him before with the low blow and the stomp. So again, he is fallible.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, they could have made this. And then you bring out this other guy. He's done wrestling, I guess, in AAA. I forget his name. Was Kane?
He was actually not bad in like what I've seen in AAA. He wasn't bad.
I'm not down in that. Yeah. No one knows who's to naked eye. If you don't watch UFC, which I don't know.
No, but it's a lot of people. No, but okay, I'll put it to you this way, Nick. Cain Velasquez is more popular than the majority of the roster. Most human beings that watch television of any type, because the UFC is so popular. It's crazy how popular it is still.
Yeah.
So Cain Velasquez, and mind you, Cain Velasquez was popular at the height of that.
Okay.
Because it's not as high. It's not. You think Conor McGregor was like maybe the absolute peak of UFC's popularity, but before that, remember Brock was the man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so when Brock was there, all eyes were on that, and when Brock got beat, all eyes were on Brock getting beat. So they know who Cain Velasquez is.
Yeah.
A lot of people do.
Okay.
So it's a really fucking big deal. But if you don't watch UFC like that, it isn't to you. Yeah. But you gotta remember, like what they're doing with them being on Fox. Yeah. Literally, it's a whole different audience that gets to see this. And you bet your ass most of the sports-centric people know who Cain Velasquez is. Yeah. They really do.
And Fox is really big with UFC as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to point out, does they need the championship in this situation?
They don't, but they kind of wanted it.
Yeah.
But do you see Brock losing that championship?
I think he could. I think it's a situation where he could do it, because why get involved? But it could be a Goldberg situation.
Yeah, but then again, Kane just did sign a couple-year deal with WWE,
really?
So you are going to see him regularly. And the fact that as long as Brock Lesnar is showing up on TV and shit like that, I'm okay with him with the championship. Because he, no matter what, he still makes a character. He's like fucking what he did on SmackDown was great. Like I thought
that's
that
what
shit
I was
was funny as hell.
Yes.
Yeah, he threw Rey Mysterio like a fucking lawn dart.
One man wrecking crew.
Yeah. I do not like the way Rey Mysterio's character is being destroyed here.
No, me either. But it's fine. Like, it's fine in a way that you're trying to push up Cain Velasquez into this being the biggest Mexican.
I know. This is what I was like. Okay, we're gonna protect this guy. Okay, if he goes in against Brock, that's gonna be his first match.
Yeah.
And let's say they do actually let Brock drops the belt.
Yeah.
Where do they go from there?
I can only say. No, I can only say that he's technically a good guy.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna. So that fear of him burying people is not gonna happen. But number two is that he has the Rey Mysterio mouthpiece.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have the guidance of Rey Mysterio, and they're gonna like go from there. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with Rey when he's better.
No,
I don't know.
and then maybe you actually will get Kane getting tired of his shit after a while too.
This is true.
And then
And
what
then there's also the other factor of the son.
Yeah.
Whenever he's gonna be ready to wrestle, which I assume is gonna be soon.
Yeah.
You know, so
He's just getting his ass kicked.
this whole situation, it looks like they have a long term plan,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's gonna run around squashing people.
No, I think he's gonna be competitive. I think it's mainly for Brock Lesnar. So if Brock Lesnar does lose at Crown Jewel, then we're gonna see another match between them two, probably at
Yes.
Royal Rumble.
I agree.
And then also you have Survivor Series right around the corner, which you're gonna have the champion versus champion. So you may have Cain Velasquez as champion fighting Seth Rollins as champion.
I hope Seth loses. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I can't with him as champ right now.
yeah.
They
I
keep
can't
giving
care.
him double titles. They're giving him weird things to be in.
He's another
where-
character that's very overproduced, and then there's something that's really bothering me with that. We were talking about that with the Firefly Funhouse, like burn it down.
Yeah,
I
that's
hated that
so
shit.
weird.
I
What
hated
is
that
that?
shit.
It was
That's-
cheesy. It was
Yeah, they don't
cheesy.
understand cringe-inducing like production, things that
But-
make you feel
Yeah.
awkward in a bad
Yeah.
way. This
But
doesn't make me feel good.
But I think what they're doing with Seth, and I was telling you this last cast, is I think they're trying to turn people against Seth.
They're doing a bad job
That
though,
Bray Wyatt's going to be the hero of this story.
because they're doing the thing where it's just like they make you not want to see him in a way as like what they've done so far. I'll put it to you this way, Mark. If that's their job, if that's the job they're trying to accomplish, they've made it so I don't want to see him on TV. Not that I want to see him get beat. Like I still
I
have no
understand.
animosity
Yeah.
against Seth, but the way he's portraying his character now,
Yeah.
I just don't want to see him. I'm not.
Oh,
He
I
doesn't
know.
make me happy to see him like he did maybe even 4 months ago.
So like,
I get-
he sees
I think I
Seth
get what
Rollins,
you're
I
going
won't
with.
go sleep now.
Yeah,
You know what it is? I think I understand exactly what you're saying here.
Yeah.
It's the hero. We love him, right?
Yeah.
But you're now seeing the back guys, the writers, screw with him,
Yeah.
yeah,
and now you're like, okay, Seth, let's go home.
yeah.
Let's don't do this to him.
So
Yeah, don't do this to him.
So
Don't
what-
ruin him.
I've been noticing with the whole him burning the Firefly Funhouse and stuff like that, and then also he's kind of getting desperate. He's kind of getting like you see him trying to like he has his back against the wall, and he's getting desperate, and I think that's gonna turn the fans on him because of that. Because Bray Wyatt right now is the hero. He's the good guy. You burned my house. I didn't burn your house.
True.
Yeah,
And
they're trying to kill me in Hell in a Cell.
yeah. Exactly, and I think that's why they went that direction with Hell in a Cell, is the fact that they went directly to Seth Rollins crossing that line. It's like Batman fucking using a gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's
I get
crossing
that.
that line, and then that brings down to people turning on him because he's crossing that line, and that hero that they once saw is not a hero no more.
They just
But-
executed badly because
Yeah,
nobody cared about him crossing the line. They wanted to see him cross the line.
This is
They messed it up.
I just hated to burn it down. Like I was like, did you really have to say burn it down? Can you just burn it?
Yeah, that was cheesy because who's listening to this? If you're not even paying attention to the cameras,
He looked
they
direct,
wouldn't
it
do
looked
that
like he
for
was like looking directly at the camera too, like burn it
Yeah.
Boy,
down.
exactly.
You
I wanna
know,
put another
you want to
thing,
know
too.
the coolest Seth Rollins was? The WWE 2K18 commercial. That was the best Seth Rollins.
mm,
The one that he snuck into the
Oh
the
yes,
thing
and was
burned
burning down
everything.
the
Yeah,
the Ric Flair stuff. That was cool.
that was cool Seth Rollins. Now we're getting like boring Seth Rollins.
Well, that's their production doing that.
Yeah,
No
it's
good idea.
overproduced. It's
But-
very overproduced.
I want to point out another thing too.
Okay.
This story could have been done the way Bray did it with Cena.
I think
Remember when he was
yeah,
messing with
I,
him?
no, I understand what you were saying, like, especially with the kid and the fucking the sheet mask and shit.
Yeah, bring
Um,
that dark side to you.
So my big thing with this, with that, is what they should have done is not have him against Seth. That was my biggest problem with this. Is that why did you put him directly with Seth? And I was saying this last cast. I think Roman would have been a better fit for this rivalry, and he could lose this rivalry.
Okay.
Because he has the history with Roman Reigns. He did destroy, like, they had their past. He's one of them that he could have went after. And I think Roman Reigns don't have nothing to lose. He has no title or anything like that. And right now, Roman's probably one of the hottest wrestlers right now without a title.
That's true.
It's good. It's a good thing that he doesn't have a title. He don't have to have a title.
Doesn't need it. Yeah.
He just needs to bust ass and have good matches. That's what he needs to do. And I think that was with Bray Wyatt. If they would have did the Fiend Bray Wyatt with Roman Reigns, I think it would have been a better storyline.
That's true.
And I think, and then you had no title. You don't have to worry about who has to if he's gonna win or lose the title or anything like that. And you have that, and you could feed him off of it. And then the next rivalry, then you could probably have him start going for the title.
Yeah.
But have that big win first, and then build onto that. Kind of like
but you know
Taker.
what?
When Taker first won the WWE title.
I'm just gonna say the downfall for stuff for me was when Brock came back.
Yeah.
It's just like, again?
Yeah.
Oh, just go away. And then he went away. And I was like, well, it's too late. You went away.
Yeah.
But now we're in this Fiend situation.
Yeah.
So it's been not good for me since he's got the belt back and Brock came back. Because I thought we were done with that. And it's just like, you haven't managed to give me a good situation for him.
Yeah.
So
and
I'm not.
I feel like he could have easily got a different opponent instead of the Fiend right now.
Yes.
You had Drew McIntyre not
Oh,
on TV.
Lord.
Could have been easy with that. You have talent that you could easily pushed up into that spot. Fucking, if you need a good heel, fucking put Miz back as a heel.
Yeah.
Like you have the tools to actually make a good rivalry with the Universal title without having to ruin your character, the Fiend.
Yeah.
And I think this is the waste of the Fiend right now. I think honestly, like I said, I think Roman Reigns would have been perfect for the Fiend. Yeah. And not Seth Rollins with the Universal title. You have Roman Reigns without a title that has history with Bray Wyatt, and it made sense because he was going after people that fucked him over before.
Yeah. He could have even started at the bottom, and he could have worked his way up.
And Brock Lesnar could take a long walk off a short pier. Someone wrote that on the comments.
I agree. Do it. I mean, but he might F5 a shark back up, but
he has done it before. Remember the SummerSlam commercial?
Yeah.
He F5'd a shark. Before we get really long into this, we have Crown Jewel next Thursday. We could do a little predictions for that.
Okay.
Oh, I want to pull out. Is Undertaker pulled out of that? He's not going.
Who?
Undertaker.
No, he's not wrestling on there.
Oh.
He's gonna be there, but he's not gonna be in there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he'll help Seth Rollins win.
Guess why?
I'm saying. So one match is happening. Winner faces AJ Styles for the United States Championship. 20-man battle royal. Just pick someone random. Who you want to see fight AJ Styles for the U.S. title?
Cedric. I want him to win.
I'm tired of seeing Cedric win.
Oh no!
We've seen this match
is Sammy gonna be in it?
No, I don't think Sammy's in it. I actually don't think.
Who else is on there?
They actually
no Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy would be good.
You know what? I'll go with Buddy Murphy.
Me too.
Buddy Murphy or Zach. I'm gonna go over Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins.
What? Kurt Hawkins? Okay, that's a long shot. All right.
I want Kurt Hawkins. Someone different. Like fuck it.
Okay.
Maybe he can win.
Okay.
He'll be the one when he gets.
Are him and Dabrowski on the same show?
Yeah, they're both on Raw.
All right. Okay.
How they still on Raw? Anyway, so
I love them. Don't hate on them. I love Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. I love those guys.
Man.
I love their podcast.
NXT so fast.
Yeah.
Who do I? Is Apollo Creed?
Apollo Creed? That's as
I think he's dead.
They finally killed him.
No, you talking about Cruz? Creed is the black
died.
box of that guy.
He got killed by the Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Apollo Crews.
Apollo Crews. That'd be a good match. AJ versus Apollo Crews. That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be real good.
Oh, actually, no, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins won't be part of that because they're in the tag team turmoil match.
Oh. Good luck to them.
Yeah. Sadly, sad news. Xavier Woods, Achilles tendon tore, and he's out for a year.
That's a long time.
I'm
Jeez.
very sad, but I'm very sad, but very happy because we don't get a lot of up, down, down content now.
Yeah.
Because Breeze lives like probably not that far from him and shit, so he's been doing a GM.
Oh yeah, I saw the
HeroClix
GMO. Yep.
and stuff like that. So it was actually pretty cool.
Good stuff.
So you got Apollo Crews. You know what? I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with. Yeah, Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy would be my pick.
Okay.
And what was your pick?
Me? That's what I picked. Buddy Murphy. Because you said Cedric's not in it, right?
Cedric's probably in it.
Okay.
I said I don't want to see Cedric again.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to beat AJ for the belt.
Like, finally,
and move
please.
on.
And why they have the United States Championship being defended at Saudi Arabia when you honestly, like, do they care about the United States title? I would put the Intercontinental Championship into this, not the United States Championship.
Does Nakamura have a match? Oh no, he's part of the team match now.
Yeah. Now we have the largest tag team turmoil match in history to determine the World Cup winner and crown the best tag team in the world.
Well, since Shane McMahon isn't there,
I feel like he's gonna find a way to be here, and he's gonna win the best tag team in the world with like.
Shit.
He's
gonna show up.
He's gonna get peak gas, and then they're gonna win the tag team.
Oh no! You know what? Okay, you know what? This is a long shot. I think the club's gonna win.
The club?
Yeah, I think the OC's gonna win.
And why AJ Styles in this match? But then
his picture's there.
Yeah, but then again, you got all three New Day, and you also got all three Lucha House Party. So yeah.
He'll probably be lurking.
To take it.
So
wait, this is the tag team?
So the tag teams are in it. You do have both tag team champions, the Revival and the War Raiders. You have Bobby Roode and Ziggler. You got the OC. You got Zack Ryder and Cole Hawkins. You got Lucha Bros. You got the B Team. You got Heavy Machinery, and you got the New Day.
Ooh.
You know what? They've been on a slump. New Day. I need New Day to win.
Okay.
I need Big E to just fuck people
That'd be
up.
a happy ending too. Yeah.
I want to see Big E do a belly to belly to Otis.
Oh my goodness. Jeez. They might bounce off each other like magnets.
Exactly.
I think he could do it too.
Oh, I don't doubt he could do it, but I think the laws of physics won't let him.
The belly.
Otis's stomach is magic, man.
Yeah. Somehow he'll do the belly to belly and lose the match.
Yeah.
Oh, he squished him and then he got squished.
Yeah. We have Mansoor versus Cesaro. So Mansoor is pretty much a jobber in NXT, and then he just gets used in these events. It goes right back to being a.
I mean, listen, he is pretty good on NXT. He's got a good moveset, but he just be getting jobbed out. So
him versus Cesaro. I feel Cesaro is gonna lose this match.
What?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, because
a jobber?
Don't forget where they are.
Yeah.
You thought this was fair?
And he's one of them.
Oh God, this is a slap. If this ain't a slap in the face, then I don't know what the fuck is.
Cesaro's wearing capri pants. You don't think that's a slap in the face?
No, it's a slap in the face. The motherfuckers that let him walk out of there in capri pants. But when they don't give a shit about a character, why not?
Yeah, that's true. I see Mansoor winning because where they at, and they're like, if he don't win, they're gonna fight.
They won't make it out alive.
Team Hogan versus Team Flair. Team Hogan consists of Roman Reigns, Rusev, Ricochet, Shorty G, and Ali.
Shorty Gable? I like it.
Shorty Gable. Versus Ric Flair's team, Randy Orton, Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Drew McIntyre. What I think that should happen is Hogan's team wins because McIntyre don't give a shit and kicks somebody and leaves.
Yeah,
that's what
I would love it, but I also feel there's just no way Hogan's team's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, especially where they are.
Yeah.
You know, they pay for the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. They paid the Hulk Hogan. We want the Hulk Hogan.
Say it in the Iron Sheik dialect. They paid for their Hulk Hogan. So I feel that team's gonna win no matter what.
Okay.
I would love your idea to be the thing, but I don't think it's gonna be that cool. I think so. I think what's his name's gonna beat Roman Reigns is gonna beat whoever. He's probably gonna Superman punch. Unfortunately, Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
I feel like Ric Flair is gonna take a Superman punch.
I would like that. That'd be something interesting.
He gets on top of the apron.
Yeah.
Yeah, he takes one of those bumps. Yeah.
All right. Braun Strowman versus Tyson Fury.
I think there's no way that Braun Strowman's gonna lose this match. I don't know. I feel like they just.
I don't think it's gonna have an ending. I think what's gonna happen is people are gonna come in and they're gonna line up teaming up.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see that. I just see like something stupid happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No false finish. I don't see. But I don't see Braun like getting knocked out. I don't see that.
No.
Yeah, he's gonna lose. You can't protect Braun for this long.
Then again, didn't Mayweather knock out Big Show?
Yeah, he broke his nose. But then
Yeah.
Big Show told him to break his nose.
But then at the same time, Big Show did tell him to hit him.
Yeah.
So
No. But I get that. I'm just talking about in story. I don't think they give a shit what happens to Braun Strowman.
No.
He could lose this match because how many times he's been Universal Champion? Exactly.
0.
So, I don't think they give a shit whether he wins or loses. But I really just don't think right now he's gonna lose this match.
Okay. Universal Championship match: Seth Rollins versus The Fiend Bray Wyatt. Falls count anywhere that can't be stopped for any reason. They had to put that in there just to make sure it's not gonna stop.
I hope The Fiend traps Seth Rollins in the desert.
I want
he just loses the match.
I
He's
want
just lost in a sandstorm.
I want The Fiend to use Rabbit Rabbit and choke.
Oh, use him as a voodoo doll.
Yeah, there you go.
The Seth Rollins rabbit. There you go.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Yeah, we talked about that the other day. You're gonna have a voodoo doll, Raging Rabbit with Seth Rollins suit. He's gonna pull his legs off. Pull his legs off.
He brought a doll back from the dead. The doll had brains in it.
Yeah.
That's pretty ridiculous.
I don't know how that crowd's gonna react to The Fiend either, and I'm kind of weirded out with that.
I think they might.
I
think they might think it's the coolest. His entrance is one of the coolest motherfucking entrances.
Yeah.
Will they boo the Fiend? I doubt that for some reason.
Nah, I think he's gonna get cheered again. I think The Fiend is gonna be the babyface of this. In the end, babyface of this match.
But here's the thing. I don't think they have the American distaste for Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
That's all.
We don't like him either.
So I think they're gonna like him.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna love him.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with The Fiend.
I want The Fiend to win. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Me too. I want The Fiend to win.
But how you gonna? This is what the problem is with the Fiend.
Yeah.
Winning the championship. How do you take it off him?
You don't.
Bray Wyatt loses it, not The Fiend. Bray Wyatt was drafted. The Fiend's never been drafted.
Yeah.
And the way they talk about it, they keep talking about it as if The Fiend is his own entity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bray Wyatt just loses the belt. That's it.
Or you can even put it as in The Fiend. He didn't even want the belt. He takes the belt and fucking puts it in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
I get that, but that's the easy way out. It's the easy way out, but it's also the smart way out.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
Yeah.
Like, we can't forget what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, that's true.
We have so many great ideas that they should have stolen from you, Mark.
Yeah.
Something that they actually did. We got ideas on this podcast that like the next week the same shit just happens with a little twist on it. So I don't know. I think they be listening to fan shit.
Yeah.
But that said, him dropping the belt in the middle of the ring and not wanting it would be awesome. Him vacating the belt would be awesome. But I have a feeling. Yes.
He gets his ass kicked and loses the title, and The Fiend is pissed at him and kills him.
Oh shit! Damn. That would be great. I would just love to see that visual.
I gotta write for WWE.
Yeah. But I think The Fiend's gonna win, and then Bray Wyatt's gonna lose the belt. That's it.
Yeah.
They're gonna use the scared Bray Wyatt to lose the belt.
Okay.
He doesn't have powers.
Yeah.
That's all I think.
It's gonna be tough.
But Bray hasn't competed as.
But if he wins the belt, he's gonna have to. He has, as a superstar, he has been drafted.
Yeah.
He's there.
Also, Bray himself.
Don't forget, on the draft, the card said Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And then Corey Graves said, "Oh, thank goodness, I like Bray Wyatt, so that means they're gonna keep keep the Fiend as far away from me as possible." Meaning they don't. It's like they don't count them as the same person.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which it makes 100% sense because what happened? The Fiend attacked Seth Rollins like after the draft.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't think the Fiend. I think the Fiend doesn't have to follow the rules. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I feel you again. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
That was like a cool thing they did.
Yeah.
But the situation we're in isn't cool.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't think he's gonna win.
All right. You don't think he's gonna win?
I'm
So you
gonna
got
win.
Seth Rollins.
I got Seth. Yeah.
Okay. Last match, Brock Lesnar versus Cain Velasquez for the WWE
I
Championship.
don't know. I want to say I don't care, but I'm interested to see it. To see
I'm
what they
interested
do.
to see if they work and how they will work. I think it's gonna be more of a brawl than anything.
Yeah.
And that's something that's easier for both. I think Lesnar works better when it's just like a like a no rules match and just some things he could do differently. I know he's gonna be kind of the ring general of the match because Cain Velasquez is pretty new.
And
I got
Brock
Cain. I think
Lesnar-
Kane's gonna win it.
You think Brock's gonna win?
I think Kane's gonna win it.
Oh, you think Kane's gonna win? I think so.
Is Paul Heyman gonna be there?
Probably, but Rey Mysterio is also gonna be there.
I think someone's gonna. I think it's gonna be I think they're gonna do something where it's gonna be disqualified.
What if Dominic is a Paul Heyman guy?
Oh no, that would be awesome. Damn it! Stop with these good ideas. Like, yo, if he turns on him like Eddie Guerrero, that would be awesome. And he says, "You're not my real father." What?
And then he's Dominic
For
Guerrero.
for now on, I'm Dominic Guerrero.
Dominic Guerrero.
That would be awesome.
Goddamn. All right. So that's our predictions for the Crown Jewel. I guess we're gonna wrap this up now because we're nearing 2 hours because there's so much fucking wrestling to talk about. Now.
So much.
We try to give everything a little even. Check out New Japan. Check out TJP. He's been doing some great matches in New Japan.
Those highlights. Him and Will Ospreay, they put on a super show for a little bit.
Yeah.
They didn't get to do a full match against each other, but they had a tag match.
Yeah.
I think it's what the clips that's going around online. Jesus.
I'm loving what I've seen from TJP in New Japan. Check out Impact. I haven't been watching with the show, but I actually watched Bound for Glory, and it was actually a really good show. Probably have more review next week because I'm still trying to finish the show.
I saw Swoggle by the woman's nest in the Battle Royal. That was cool.
Brian Cage used Wolverine claws to cut Sami Callihan.
What?
Yeah, that was actually pretty fucking crazy.
Wow.
Sami can't do anything to get fucking anything over for him.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like Sami Callihan. I liked him in NXT, so I was a fan of him.
Okay.
But they had some good matches. Definitely check out Impact. They're on Access TV now on Tuesdays, so definitely check them out. There's some spoilers. If you guys don't want to hear spoilers, turn off the cast now. But there was a championship loss at the Impact taping.
Okay.
Brian Cage lost his title to Sami Callihan.
Oh wow.
And the first and number one contender for the Impact Championship is Tessa Blanchard.
Wow.
Oh yes, I heard about that.
Dope.
So she's gonna fight Sami Callihan for that title.
Dope.
Who else was she gonna fight?
You know, I don't mind the
Brian Cage, because they had a match before.
I don't mind the intergender stuff. Like I just see it as a wrestling match, and I think Tessa Blanchard does. Actually, I think she works better with guys than girls because she could throw them around with no hesitation.
She wrestles like a guy.
Yeah.
But she she has the skill level where she's not a woman wrestler, she's just a wrestler.
Yeah, she wrestles. Yeah, and then that's like that. Like Jordan Gracie's another one. I like to see her like the mixed match because I think she's great.
No, she was lighting dudes up in that battle royal. That was hilarious.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Go to AEW. So
who?
Tessa Blanchard.
I think they need her. I think they need her. Like they really do need her.
They need a women's division. That's what they need.
Yeah, so I think she'll be a key person to do it.
Gotcha.
But I don't think she's coming anytime soon.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. But I was like, they need her because she wrestles like a guy. She can take a lot of these small wrestlers they
I'm not
have
gonna say the
and
wrestling
build
like
them
a
up.
guy. I'm just gonna say she wrestles. She wrestles. She doesn't work like a diva or anything like that. She's just a wrestler. I don't like the whole a
Because it's
guy.
a style
Yeah,
difference. It's a real like once you pass a certain skill
yeah,
level, it's like I don't see that flailing around, that really weak looking kicking stuff.
yeah. She's a
You know what I mean?
wrestler.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, it just looks like somebody's getting beat up.
she's someone I could see in a match against, honestly, like fucking Arn Anderson back in the day, kind of shit, and still have a fucking kick ass match. You have like a lot of the storytelling and everything like that. She does that in the ring, and that's something I give her a lot of credit for.
One of the few people like that's not in NXT that can really do that.
Yeah,
Really.
And what happened to her? WWE dropped the ball.
no,
She's
they
like
have Charlotte Flair, and that was a big problem. Was the fact that she was just another version of Charlotte Flair, and they already
Yeah.
had the Flair.
Huh.
and you know what? It's kind of that journeyman thing. Some people they really do need to just not be in WWE right away
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
go get their experience everywhere else.
and yeah, I agree, 100% agree with that.
Yeah, become more, was it well-rounded?
Well rounded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. I am Mark with the mic, Louis Beans, and
Yep.
Mighty Nick,
Yeah.
or Mighty Kid Nice, or whatever the fuck your name is now. The man with 3 names.
Exactly.
Yeah, check us out on all our social medias. We are live.
And Scott Steiner.
And Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner is a part of the show as well. Check us out live on Twitch TV every Sundays around 11, 12 o'clock. We run the podcast live every day on Twitch TV. Oh, well, on Sundays on Twitch TV. Thank you for guys for tuning in yesterday for the Morphin Cast. We had a great, a lot of talks on the boards and shit like that. That was like a really good cast live. We do those bi-monthly, so you'll get one. The next one we'll be doing is Space. Power Rangers Space. Check us out on all our social medias. We have myself. I have Mark with the Mic on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, SoundCloud, YouTube. This Twitch TV. All Mark with the Mic. Our Facebook page, The Wrestling Babble, and Red Cyclone Inc. What else you got, Louis? Beans. Hello? What else you
Louis?
got? Mike?
Oh, no, that's right. I muted it because Scott Steiner was going
okay.
crazy.
Scott Steiner was going crazy. Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can catch us on YouTube and SoundCloud mainly, because that's where the podcasts are going to go up first.
Yep.
Then you're going to have links and everything to whatever else we do on Instagram, Twitter, and the Facebook group. So Red Cyclone Inc.
Yep.
And we also have WordPress, Tumblr, and what else? That's it, right?
Yep.
What's that? SoundCloud.
And SoundCloud.
That's it.
So follow us, all those things. All
Red
the links will
Cyclone
be on the Twitch channel as well. You could get those on there. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned for Gets Better podcast, which will be up around 2 o'clock. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, buddy, just follow him. He's in the lower. He's on a bike. Follow
See
him.
that bread on the floor? That might be him.
It might be him.
Breadcrumb trail.
Follow him. Just follow. Stare at him too. Just stare at him awkwardly.
Especially while he eats.
Like scratch yourself while you stare at him. Peace out, laters, and thank you for listening and being part of our live podcast. It's been actually great. Now I'm actually really enjoying doing this live because the interactions and stuff. So thank you for listening. Peace out, laters.